Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we come to unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. Unity Broadcasting TV don't come for developments now we come to unify, sensitize, and inform we all. For developments now we nation Salon. We now independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey here so for talk, but wetin dey happen? Political discussion.
You for know about Salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing.
All right, good morning, good evening, and afternoon, Sierra Leoneans, wherever una dey. This na Unity Broadcasting. Una all know say we dey for bring can to una cogent information. As today na the 29th day of November 2023, we dey head into the end of the year, and of course, tomorrow na the last day of this month. But today I get inside a very, very wanting personality where I say wanting, people are crying out there. For the past 2 days, a lot of people, they call me Elizabeth, try for get in touch with Lema. But unfortunately, I be done lost a number. And the number where they sent to me now been the number from US where it been used before. I try for get in touch with them. Now somebody different be they take them. But fortunately, a good Samaritan sent a number to me, and here we are today. So wanna stay tuned. I will get Lema on the phone line. Because of in location, we not go stay too long on this live broadcast, but I want to let everybody share so that the questions they wanna be they ask me, the reasons why wanna be they cry for Lema, wanna go come and able for talk to them, and we will get 2 people that will go be opportune for call and talk to Lema, where Lema go answer the question. 2 people then, but then that will be at the end of the close to the end of the program where I go talk to the phone line is open. But for now, the phone line not open and I not connect the cable yet. When I stay tuned, this na Unity Broadcasting. My name na Elizabeth Kefwe Fabenil Gembe. We there for give una cogent and live coverage of anything where they happen at Salon. As una know say, we are always there for you guys and we always remain for you guys. So now we share this live broadcast so that people then go come and hear on waiting they go on at Salon, and especially how Lema they come and talk to una. Good morning on me on site and afternoon, Lema. Tell me Salon famu den adu.
Good morning and good afternoon. Please copy on the
all right. You dey get me clear?
Yes, I get me clear.
All right, Sierra Leoneans, that's na Lahai Lawrence Lema. We all know this man, of course, na a very strong man, the Sierra Leone People's Party, na being a former deputy internal affairs minister, and now he don't come ready for talk to Sierra Leoneans via Unity Broadcasting. Please, if una they gets me, I want to put on the screen. Yes, una just give me thumbs up, then I go no say una they gets me, and we go start right there. Please, Lord, put in the comment section. If you get me, just put the thumbs up or just say yes, please. Lord, do it quickly in the comment section so we go start. Let somebody just say yes, please. Just yes, that would be great. Then we go. Okay, perfect. So I think people then they get me clear and correct. So Sierra Leoneans all over the world go glad for see you today in Unity Broadcasting because it's been a very long time. I know say since June of 2023 this year, you've been a little bit silent on social media and of course around the globe. You go able to tell we waiting the reason and who say you there currently?
Well, yes. At the moment, I'm busy. I think as I speak to now. I'm busy with my own personal development in terms of contributing to the food security program where the president bring as part of the agenda. And so myself busy in a young farm at the grow young food, even though an economic crop need to grow. So more or less busy with that engagement at the moment.
Oh wow, West Sierra Leoneans, una all don hear from the horse's mouth. It say it na Kenema busy with the president in Big Five agenda where na in the food security and is they na in farm. Well, as PRO of the LCPP and former Deputy Internal Affairs Minister, you care for Rob Mott about anything or the situations where they happen in our country for the past 2 days?
Yes. On Saturday to Sunday, we get some unfortunate events in this country. Also, we get some former military officers. We, of course, sources they don't disclose, say some of them are being presidential bodyguard to the former president, Dr. Ernest Kurma. They therefore attack the armory of Wilberforce, the Freetown Defense Battalion, and get access to artilleries and other anti-tank and other machine guns, and decide for take the city of Freetown, invade the maximum correctional center, and let prisoners them out, and then begin the attack people and with a view of actually seizing state power. But thankfully enough to the security forces, particularly so the military, they'll be able to visualize the whole program and able to respond to them appropriately and put them under control. So for the last 2 days, some kind of panicky mood gone there, especially in Freetown and the country as a whole. But we thank God, at least some calm down the restore as the security personnel then continue for maintain dominance over the situation.
All right, brothers and sisters, we'll share this live broadcast because the cry out of social media now that make a decide for bringing Lahai Lawrence Lema because everybody say they want for hearing voice. Of course, today we hearing voice now AYV. Everybody was, enthusiastic and everybody was happy. So based on that, we decide for bringing we brought on this medium so that we go get a legacy of waiting people they want for what we do. We adhere to una Christ and that we can with Tanaya. So Lahai Lawrence Lema, we don't see according to press release from the Ministry of Information, we some strong security guards from the former president Kuruma, then named them involved into this attempted coup. Now the question why they put out to you. Where will be the grab and can tell me, say, show me your friend and I will show you who you are. Do you think in your own personality as security man or background of somebody will get security, do you think we can tie Nesbai Kroma, former president of the Republic of Sierra Leone, to this attempted situation where happen in our country? As the saying go, show me your friend and I will show you who you are. And they are close ally or close security guards to them.
Well, in the first place, we have to check the current relationship. Whether they are still in a relationship, that is one thing we have to check, because the former president they sit on a private house. And their relationship between them, that is what we have to check. With their relationship, we also have to look at the former president's role to the politics of the country and even the peace dialogue. So these are relationships we have to establish. And over and above all, I understand the investigations to go on. So for me, we able to know from the personnel themselves, we can do this attack on the armory, waiting at the motivation, waiting really motivate them to come and cause this level of havoc and cause a kind of panic and unrest in the city and the country as a whole. So we're not going to link them up yet because they may not get a formal relationship. We need to check their current relationship, the communication line. We sign at the last side with the guy then come out, we can attack the Freetown Defense Battalion, the armory, what's going to be the motivation we place around them. So once we're able to establish all of that, then we can able for now establish a link. If we're able to establish a link, then we'll be able to see whether we can bring them in or not. But it could be too early for say make we link them in because they don't apprehend informal security. At least we need to check the current relationship that exists between them and waiting on the motivation for the actions.
All right, so now continue for stay with we. This now Unity Broadcasting. Now, Lema, according to another saying, because this we dey try for link things out. Another saying say security give ways to conspiracy, and with the current situation, now we country, you feel say people for be worried, or is there a need to be worried?
Well, with kind of situations, yes, there are needs to be worried, but not that much, I can say. There are needs to be worried because such actions, they undermine investors' confidence, number one. They get the potential for undermine the citizens' their loyalty and
all right, brothers and sisters, so now we continue for stay with we brother, and definitely it go come. If any question they will not really feel say it very, very pressing for let a answer. So the echoing was not on my side. I'm pretty sure it came from his own side. But when I continue for stay, I just asked Lahai Lawrence Lema some questions, whether security gives way for conspiracy. And now that question, they try for answer where unfortunately it go off. But when I continue for stay with we, now when I share this live broadcast, it come and tell we say it's too early now for now we try for tangle the former president in head. Of course, the reason why it put them so, we go also look at the time where then starts, then people outside then come out the linking, and we go able for know the timing. But however, it say it kind of too early. But when we know and when we don't see publications, then pictures and everything on social media, individuals then can say, show me your friend and I will tell you who you are. I think that normal saying make get for put that question to Lahai Lawrence Lema. But when I continue for stay with we, I go try for get back in touch with them and I go play with signature tune. Then I go see why they come inside. Definitely, it been tell me say it gets some hitches because it inside Kenema. Inside they do the food security for President Bio in Big 5 game changer. When I continue for stay with we, I go put with signature tune music in and I go try for get in touch back with we brother Lahai Lawrence Lema. My name na Elizabeth Kefwe Fabi Nilgembe. Wanna stay tuned.
Unity Broadcasting Television don't come for unify, sensitize, and inform Salon people home and abroad. Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
We are independent media house. We dey here for unify, sensitize, and inform. Sierra Leoneans home and abroad.
We dey have so for talk, but waiting they happen. Political discussion.
You for know but salon politics.
Religious messages, entertainment self no go left again.
We no go left nothing bien no.
Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now we nation salon.
This not the team them where we dey talk about
Sierra Leone political history,
defeating the lives of fake people.
waiting they be on social media.
One-on-one interview, we go bring you all the hot topics.
Unity Broadcasting TV say,
and we let myself and better salon.
Unity Broadcasting TV don't come.
For developments now we country see.
Unify, sensitize, and inform we all.
For developments now
YouTube channel at Unity Broadcasting TV. And do ya not forget to tap the subscribe button. Same way so, if you want check now we website, just type www.unitybroadcasting.com. Now the word at all.
All right, indeed. Now the word at all, brothers and sisters, it kind of unfortunate I'm not able to get Lema direct in picture, but when I sabi Lema in voice, when I go no go able forget them in computer. Just shut down on when I know say today been there on AYV, and unfortunately I think say it left in charger. So now I go able get them on the phone line and bring and come when I get them. So Lema, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay, so Fambu then Lema, that's why they talked to earlier on on a video, but unfortunately in computer in charging don't and when I know say they can I think it forget in charger or who side they now in not able for go trace right away. But the question where I've been put to Lahai Lawrence Lema was that here I go repeat myself again. I said there is a saying that security gives way to conspiracy. And with the current situation, I asked Lema say, what he feel about and how he go express them to Sierra Leoneans then. That's the question, Lema.
Well, yes, but when they say, sorry, when you ask is in a situation where we could be worried about, when they say yes, we could be worried about them on one instance, and from another instance also, we have a reason for the confidence. Especially when it comes to the view of stopping state power, that is where I was saying make the less worried. But in the concept of achieving undermining investors' confidence, yes, we need to be worried. And also trying to undermine the citizens' loyalty on the government, also it's something we got to worried about. So in terms of one interest group just taking upon themselves to become part of the true government, they will make an attempt, but whether they will succeed, that is a different thing to think about, because the army is so balanced and so professional that, they really find them difficult to get any interest group where they just rise against the overall objective of the military to defend the territorial integrity of the state and for also defend and preserve the democracy. So not to just get one sect of people who will just take upon themselves and say they will overthrow government, or say that they succeed, no, then they not something, then it will be too difficult for them to be able to go through. But at the same time, the attempt of itself get the tendency to undermine the stability of the state and also undermine citizens' confidence in the government to protect or to provide security or to protect them. And at the same time also undermine investors' confidence, like I said before. It means we get too much of private investment, we will create jobs for people and we will minimize the dependency on government. So these are the areas in which we need to be worried. And in the area of whether there is full democratically elected government by a coup means, that is something we is very extreme. It's very keen to make it happen in this country now. Another thing is actually not possible, but the possibility is very slim for that.
All right. As former security officer, this particular plot or attempted coup, you feel say na something where it go happen again, or this is the final? Because we don't see a lot of attempts. The very first attempt was Paulo Conte, where it been go with something where it also been for breach security. And we see August 10, and now we don't also see the 26th of November. Being a security man with great expertise in and experience, you feel saying that something we don't end all. According to another saying, they say who lives to fight and run, lives to fight another day. What do you go talk about and how you go able for distinguish between the adage Wadongi and the current situation, sir?
Well, for say this will happen again. Yes, it will happen again if the government and the security architecture not take steps to correct the lapses that may exist will lead to this. If they are not addressed, yes, there are very good potentials it will happen again. But if they are addressed,
then it's very, very much I'm not likely to say this will ever happen again in this country, because for most SIPC trying to power, one of the biggest hits the SIPC government will ever face, this one will happen on Sunday. And the only challenge we really see there, the lag in terms of response timing and the military or the security architecture. But whether the response timing was lagged, but they were able to professionally address a response to the situation. So for me, proactive security is very much essential, because it prevents the exposure of certain weaknesses in the system. Because if you know what happens, then they will know if there are weaknesses in the system. But the COVID happens.
Okay. Lema, hold it right there. You are talking about security lapses. If you were in that situation, what would you have done to curb these security lapses?
Before me being in the situation, in the first place, there are structures where, at the time when we in an army, we are not feeling they exist for address situations of this nature. The question we have to ask, because we don't take quite a good number of time, don't serve the army, and I'm not in a government at the moment, so I don't know the current existence of those structures when this. But if those structures when they still be in place, then the question comes into mind whether they are operational. If they are not operational, then of course waiting happens be really bound to happen and to make them do it later. But if their structures when they're in place and they are operational, then of course in the first place we can prevent that. So if we've been in such situation and let's say we get an intelligence of waiting happens, so in the first place the quick reaction force is a mechanism put in place for response to such emergency situations, whilst we get the military prepared for response to situations of them later when they that could be the QRF. So precisely as we try to check whether if we get an intelligence and try to check the readiness state of the quick reaction force, and try to know how prepared they be for response to such situation, and even maybe go ahead and create an alternative, because in the first place, let's say if they get a clear intention, a clear intelligence as to whether the man can attack or they go to do something, whether the intelligence was general or it was specific, say they can attack with the first armory. If that was the clear intelligence they can get, then there would have been structures put in place for the security of that armory. There is maybe a general intelligence and get something that will happen when they're not clear as to waiting at something, then preparations can for them be at a short notice where they can for swiftly respond to all military installations we get in place, especially essentially for more or less protect state house, the state lodge, the presidential lodge, places like the SLBC and the Calendar Road projects. Because these are key installations of the state where every insurgent or a coup d'etat group is used as a target. So these are places where measures can be taken and put adequate security for response to any situations of that nature for the occur. But I don't know the level of intelligence we can get and waiting at the preparedness and for response to that. However, we still commend the efforts of the security forces, in particular the military, who actually then professionally respond to the situation in spite of the fact that there was a lag in the response timings.
All right. Salon Famude, if you just join with this na Unity Broadcasting, me na Elizabeth Kefwe Fabinil Gembe, I get Lahai Lawrence Lema on the phone line. We've been there on video, but unfortunately, things say you're not able to connect to in computer again because I sent a video link. But it is on the phone line and they use a direct line for call Sierra Leone. So we go get very quick to the questions then and let the phone line or the money we puts na the phone line not done per way. However, let I do a quick retrospect. Lema, on August 8, August 9, there were rumors, and then I believe you were still the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs. There were rumors that as there was a sit down 8, there was a sit down 9, and finally then say let them come out. What modalities did you put in place to have stopped them coming out on August 10?
In the first place, when we talk when they demonstrate, It's where we look at and say it's a peaceful demonstrations, and there were lawyers.
Call has been put on hold. Please hold. Your call has been.
They try to incite the public or their own support or interest group to come out and let them not scared of anything. At the end of the day, the security didn't get themselves prepared to respond to their situations and they. But in that morning, whilst we also look up to the security and preparedness, maybe in the house, we are just called from one of the commanders. We say they are out there, they don't put all security measures in place for response to situations of such. And only for make other day they decide to use a different route, like take them from Joe and decide for and route to the office for really know how the city really look like, so that I just not able to rely on information given to me by the security apparatus. So as soon as I reach Wellington, I come under attack from some of the irritants to be able to contain them, but at the same time I look at and say, containing such situations to such an extent, what if they escalate beyond a measure wherein they're not going to be able to put under control? And at that time, the president not been in the country. So my focus was State House because I not know the extent to which they intend for to escalate them demonstrations. So whilst we use with deception or give them a different route, we take the route back to State House. That was an effective maneuverage approach we use, and we do that under very difficult obstacles to go through, we're able to en route to State House. So eventually we're able to get to State House and are able to alert some of the authorities. And of course there was a need and the demonstration they escalate beyond what we expect to happen. So what we have been do at that material time, and then also communicate to the appropriate superior authorities to make them declare immediate curfew, or let the security group take charge of the situation, and make sure they have been doing at State House and provide security for the State House perimeters, and at the same time security for, and also coordinate with the security forces in the Pademba prison, as well as SLBC and the Presidential Lodge. So there was an effective coordination from State House and and also then other installations than they. Unfortunately, the Chief of Defense Staff and the IG were very responsive at that material time. The acting Chief of Defense Staff at the time, when I was now Chief of Defense Staff, instead been doing full operations on that day, as well as the IG. And so collectively, we were able to put the situation under control. So that was what happened in August 10. And after the August 10 incident, there were measures, there were investigations, and after that there were recommendations made to make able to put those structures and data in place for properly secure the maximum correctional center and other areas. So whether those recommendations made to government were implemented and how much structures and they don't be in place for let's be able to get this level of prison break again and get prisoners out, that is something we can really probably need to look into. So these are some of the reasons we did even this morning on AIB, and then also the state. Outside of all structural support the government put in place for the security forces, they also therefore always check on the morals of the troops. Madam they recommend and the question to this day, if I can talk to the president, which I will recommend to them. We have been succeeding and for the update them periodically on the managerial checks within the troops and the military, and probably recommend that for the same for the police for doing managerial checks. And 100% managerial checks to look at the administration, they look at the morale of the troops, they also look at the security of the armory and even the equipment of the institutions themselves. So once the president gets periodic updates on that, and security advisors can be able to advise them accordingly, we'll be able to say we will take the steps that are necessary to always provide proactive security rather than reactional security.
All right. When I continue for stay with we, I get Lema on the phone line. We've been there on video, but now we do the phone line so that everybody go able to get exactly no echoing or anything. So there is inside the LCPP government led by His Excellency, it gets a national cohesion cut across inside in governments. And we see in first dispensation, it do more of education, where make we even win best education minister of the world. And now it don't decide for do the big five, where part of now that make you even the kenema yourself they try for do your own farming. You believe, say, people and they try for wipe out this legacy so that anything not go be something where we picking and go able for say this is what I saw under the dispensation or this SLPP dispensation?
I will tell you for free, politics is about competitiveness. The opposition no we want to collect this government able to succeed in the promises where it don't make to the people of this country. Because now when you deliver on the promises where you don't make to the people and will always give you leverage to let the people and restore another confidence in your party and for bring the government coming again. So part of voting the opposition will use as in your agenda and to make sure so they undermine some of the things that this government will want to achieve and how they will do that. Now for either instigate conflict in the country or instigate violence or engage in some other sabotage activities where, like I say, it goes subvert the loyalty of citizens in the government. So we have to be very honest here. We no need for actually shame for say what you want for say. In the 11 years of the APC, you not ever experienced this kind of magnitude of violence, lawlessness perpetrated on the APC government. Say for them each small skirmishes way, like them they do the party office at real celebrations and all. But you don't ever get a very dangerous violence of this nature like we SLPP experience from a first term in office and even in the second term in office. So that is telling you, say, when you get a very toxic opposition, they not much believe in the people and not believe in the country and not believe or provide a constructive opposition, they will always look at the pathway where it will make the people look fearful of the regime, having the inability to protect them, and at the same time also scare investors away and also overburden the government for able to provide for the welfare of the citizens. So if you look at that, yes, I will tell you, say, there are people who never want the president or the SLPP government to succeed in a commitment for able to deliver on food security and further boost the economy of this country.
All right, Lema, now we let's go for rush into some of the questions because I get 3 more questions for you. The entire people, when a peace love in Sierra Leone yesterday, then be hailed the military on that day for their proactiveness, for their timeliness, and the way when they handle the situation. What are you take on that, sir?
I will hail the military for the way they handle the situation. In terms of proactiveness, I would say no. Because if they were proactive, that was never going to happen in the first place. But there was whether the assailants were able to beat them ahead or in that particular area, were able to make the proactive structures not being actually put in place. Rather, they became reactional to the situation, and their reaction to the situation was highly professional. We have to commend. Because they're able to forestall this order and calm at the city, make sure they then pursue the assailants then to the extent that they're able to abandon some of the weaponry where they'll be able to get access to. And so that is a commendable move by the security forces, especially the military. So going further, I will encourage them and also encourage government to provide the necessary support for them, and also motivate them, and also the chain of command for like they're able to put proper structures in place. But at the same time, I think I listened to the Chief of Defense Staff during the press conference in the Ministry of Information, where even get to say, well, they don't take to task the commanding officer for like able to give a detailed report. In fact, the commanding officer, they under arrest because that was a command responsibility. So the overall chain of command, they don't give proper security structures or measures, they don't take proper security measures in place. But if there was a breach of command responsibility at that level, then you know we categorize the entire security component or the military component into such lag in terms of response to such situations. So I was very pleased where I read from the Chief of Defense Staff yesterday where he talked say they don't take to task the commanding officer or make them able to investigate them because it was a failure in command responsibility and make you get assailant groups and for able to attack the armory of the Freetown Defense Battalion and able to get access to the armory and get access to anti-tank and heavy machine guns and other artillery them with them able to cut away and cause mayhem in the city. So there was a failure at command response at command level where they don't take to tax the commanding officer for command responsibilities. That was commendable in terms of correcting the lapse system will be on the way. So I will commend the overall chain of command for that steps taken. And I think going forward, any other commander will come now to take command of that particular battalion. Now know the Achilles tax we place on them, say not to any comfortable job or get command responsibility na the Freetown Defense Battalion. And they get to be somebody with a highly experienced in terms of providing leadership and in terms of providing the necessary security and fully understanding in job and at what level they get for make sure they put structures them in place for provide security for the entire Western area, general area.
All right. Lema, thousands of Sierra Leoneans then, if not up to 1 million, then really they cry for you come back. Then they come, then they say, oh, we want Lema. And I even get somebody on the phone line we want for talk to you, but you go down for answer this question first, then I go able for join on the phone line. So now we notice say His Excellency Julius Maada after the elections, it being get for relieve you of your duty. If you have to come back as any of the positions where President Biogo deemed fit, where everybody they cry out there, we want Lema back. What's going to be your response to that, and how you go welcome the opportunity?
Well, in the first place, the call to service always is an opportunity where every well-meaning citizen will embrace, and especially when people get confidence in your ability for deliver on a particular job where they feel say you can able to do better for them. So firstly, you get to understand the job where they don't call you for serve. You have to understand the job and waiting at the connecting associations and for able to make you deliver on that job. You have to able to understand the team who will able to make you deliver well. Understand how you are able to network with that team very well. And then keep your country in interest at heart, the overall interest of your country at heart. Then the very institution where they don't call you for serve, looking at their own overall objective in line with government priority. How you be able to synergize that and able to provide a holistic security and defense for the people of this country. And over and above all, they require dedication, commitment, and selflessness. And over time, this kind of attributes we don't put towards my work will make the Iranians can get a lot of respect for me. And have been so selfless in the service to such an extent that sometimes I even jeopardize or risk my own very existence. But when you get a duty for deliver to the people, and especially when you don't take oaths before the president, before God and man, you get to make sure that you live up to the commitment for which you don't take oath for serve. And you are always conscience bound to make sure that you do the right thing. And to let you able to succeed, you get to understand the dynamic. In the army, for instance, when we did it, the leadership will always maintain what we call the 3 F. You get to be fair, you get to be friendly, you get to be firm. And when you maintain them 3 Fs, then in every command structure, you will always succeed in every given responsibilities whether occur to you. So for me, if I'm given an opportunity to serve again, at this time now, it's one I can embrace because I also have my own threshold. I get things that we have set out for do personally on my own personal growth and development. But if my service is required by the clarion call of my fellow Sierra Leoneans, then And that is the level of trust they don't place in me where I need to betray if I'm called to serve. And if I'm called to serve, depending on which side I want me to serve, I will first of all try to understand the organizational objective and role and how it aligns with the presidential priority or the government priority, and how much we'll be able to collectively achieve the aspirations of the people. Things say that man will be in view on that if I'm given a second opportunity to serve my people.
Wow. Okay. Well, Fambo, then this not the question where people then be one make a puts to Lema. Lema say yes if he's given the opportunity to come back and serve. Yes, he go answer to that back on call. So we hope and pray, say, he will be given another chance, and the Sierra Leonean cries will be answered or will be heard by His Excellency, the man who lives to on. And, I stop there for now. So, Lema, there is another statement where the APC then feel say, you na then sui. Without you, then feel say they can get their way and do whatever they want to do. Do you attest to the fact that, yes, you are their sui?
So in the context of understanding the job and understanding the rule, and also understanding probably the role where the APC go to play for undermine the security of the citizens, and even then intercept their own security, because when there is a breach in the security of the state, not to the government apparatus, they no more the suffer. But the peak, whether you know opposition you support, whether you know incumbents you support, the peak. It gets a very negative impact or effect on every citizen. And so if me no say I get the responsibility to perform and are very much committed and focused to that responsibility, everything I get for do, I get to look at every potential way it gets the tendency for undermine the very reason for which I function. And so once I'm able to address that and do my job well, and if you happen to say if doing the job well, it undermines the destructive strategy of any interest group, be it political or otherwise, I will always be seen like somebody where they obstruct or where they become a thorn in the flesh for whatever agenda they get for undermine the government in ability and in the highest of the citizens there. So that way, if they are one of the interest groups who get the tendencies for undermine government in functionality, and me to stop that. Then from the context of seeing me as somebody who becomes, because when you say somebody might sue it, then it's like that person really become a thorn in the flesh for what you want to achieve.
All right, Sierra Leoneans, now continue for stay with we. We get somebody on the line where insist say want to talk to Lema. It don't be on the line for almost 9-10 minutes now. Caller, your name and who's you they call from?
Yeah, Mina Albert Foray. I call from New York City.
Okay, waiting are your statements to Lema as they listen to you. You get 1 minute, please.
Yes, I want to tell God thank you for Lema. Let God bless her. Let God bless in family. Let Lema live long. And I listen to Lema today. Na AYV. Lema, I want to tell you thank you because always you talk not true. Me not so German, but in America I don't study a lot and know about security business. And always Lema talk. And when they ask President Bio, I want for President Bio listen to we the people there now and make Lema the internal affairs minister. We don't want any deputy minister for Lema again. We want that Lema be internal affairs minister. Lema, let God bless you. We not go get an ammunition dump. We not get camera safe. We not go get an ammunition dump where people then go just can't easily let Lema say for go attack. It never go happen in Israel. It can never happen in the United States. But it happened in Australia. That means wait till Lema they talk, if then listen to Lema, then I believe state security. If people like Hungry Lion and other people in the ammunition dump, they're not going to get easy access. You get forget, call man them where they support your government. And our people in our villages, Elizabeth, they are now tired. It's like they are not secure. This did not happen. Boku, Lema, you gave your life August 10th. And waiting, we, the people, that pay you. Now for take you out, APC, they hate you because you know they compromise with them. So I pray that God will bless you. And now we ask through this medium, Elizabeth, we all for come on board and put pressure on President Bio and those in power. We want Lema back into government. And who say want Lema? For me, personally, I ask that the internal affairs minister should step away We want Lema to be the internal affairs minister. I want for let God let General Alpha let recover. We cannot see that in many countries. The chief of staff, they go on the battlefield. Now only people like General Alpha, and we all know why he could for defend the government. So Lema, let God bless you. Let God help your family, and let God make a way for you where there is no way by the grace of God. But we are angry. We are not okay. The one that we did our government, we know the chair president build the truth. Chair president build the truth. That we are not happy.
All right, caller. Me phone line go down because I dey use boss revolution. So go give another person the opportunity for make it talk. Then Lema go round up. Any other caller can call +34649366503. Use the opportunity and call so you go talk to Lema. So Lema, now you go get for round up as time done the beats we. You get anything for say further than that?
Well, this is very, very unfortunate. For make me even learn from say the General Alpha was actually injured in this event. That tells you the level of seriousness. Where I've been talking initially, say there was no proactive measures taking place, and the action was reactional. I really pity General Alpha, one of the committed generals to the military succeed. Of course, the Chief of Defense Staff says, unfortunately, very committed, really do well. But I will also encourage government to continue to look into.
Your call was ended because you no longer have sufficient funds.
All right, spam with that. I tell una plenty thank you. When I don't see me called on, and I use 40 minutes for talk to Lema on this particular medium due to the fact say I been once I talk to him, make una go understand. But Lema tailored down a lot of things, and this caller basically speak. Oh, okay, well. See how proactive he is. So he called back with me on number and me credits turned on. Yes, Lema, go ahead as you been the try for say something.
To encourage government to provide the necessary support for the military and as well as the police. There was a time where we recommend say at least let there be certain percentage of the national revenue will be allocated to security support. I think it's about time for the public support government for able to allocate even at least if not 4% of the national revenue set to the security support. Because when you get a stable country, then they will be able to help investment them or investors then to come and invest in the country. But if the security structures then constrained with so many things, they will manage crisis, but always there will be challenge. So I will encourage the public to support government, to see how much percentage of the national revenue they will allocate for security support in this country. Because when we get a functional security body, then of course we will say we are proud of the protection of the democracy and people there.
All right, Sierra Leoneans would tell una plenty thank you. I get Lema on the phone line. I get one last question for him, but in the meantime, why Sadegi and that last question, I want when I call the one last lucky caller go call +34649366503. The number they scroll at the bottom of the screen. You go able to talk to Lema directly as a day on the phone line. Now, the question I want puts to you, Lema, we see. They attempted individuals, then they all over because then go do a prison break. So then they all over now in the city. And we they see some people then they intend for going to we country. And if I come on this phone line, I've been there on the phone with me uncle, and somebody called me. He begin to, tell me waiting President Bio don't do this, blah, blah, blah. But he end up again for answer in your question. Let me say. How now the All People's Congress, when are the opposition, and then they cause all them to, because if they put their hands together, able for push and tell the government something and they do, that's for them fine. But they're not able for do that. Rather, now, for cause mayhem where we all don't see than they do. Now, the question where I want put to you, Lema, is that looking at the facts that then people here don't scatter all over, because basically we are looking at it that they have scattered all over the entire country. What modalities? We see then they do some searches yesterday, and I think the day before yesterday, they don't begin catch some, but they don't scatter all over. Is that another heavy sign of concern, or how you feel say people then go able for curb that? Before you answer that question, somebody they call from Sierra Leone, we answer. Caller, you name and who say you they call from. You cannot talk and then you have your monitor on. All right. You're not going able for talk and you get your monitor on. Yes, Lema, go ahead and answer that call, please. I mean, and answer.
All right. So on that, I think that will take me back to traditional form of security, wherein as much as government security forces in the search for them, we also go for engage like the Western area, all community leaders like the Idmandan and the councillors them for like they engage the community. Any strange person able to part of them will come, make them report that to the Idmandan and make them subsequently report that to government. So that we're able for no one and that strange person wouldn't come of community. So if we come also to the provincial area, we can also engage the chiefs them as well for make the community people and update them on any strange person where they come in the environment. I think that way we're able for collectively able for hand and get rid of most of them when they don't scatter around.
If you're opportune to sit and talk with President Bio at this time, what will be your message to him?
Well, first, I recommend them for the level of leadership where they don't provide in a crisis time like this, especially when in period in office has been marred with a series of challenges. But I will talk to them for making engage the private sector more and try for understanding what them concerns them, because the private sector self got a role for play on the security of the country. Because if every few moments we get hike in prices of essential commodities like fuel, that is of concern as well. We need for sit with the private sector and try to understand what are some of those concerns. I will also encourage the president to make also the try for get a periodic update such as managerial checks from the military as well as the police, and in that managerial check, moral discussions they are always involved in that, and let them see troops and will deploy in Freetown, whether they can put them on risk allowance, because that is the heart of the government or the state in Freetown. If any skirmish is done in Freetown, always it is a challenge for the whole country. So personnel memory largely deploy in Freetown, or even the one that with the country, they can vary the risk allowance system within they get, but at least we get to give some extra motivations to them so that at least them will be extraordinary in their efforts for make sure they serve the country. So on the whole, I will also encourage the president to make him maintain, like because he always do, and make him maintain and continue the good rapport with in personnel and body in service. And largely, I want to say sorry on behalf of my party to the one that who lost their life, especially for the security personnel that who lost their life in this process. More so to my former adjutant, when Lieutenant Colonel Wilfred Samaina, where they say,
I'm sorry, but the person you called.
I also want to say sorry to General Alpha, and I wish him a speedy recovery. And I encourage my colleagues whether in active service, or let them continue for the patriotic and for continue the good service to the country. Because now that we all need to vote for serve the country. I want to say every Sierra Leonean for adopt the path of peace, and let we all see Sierra Leone the only place we need for see the best for the country.
All right. Caller, your name and who's you they call from?
I call from the eastern part of Sierra Leone, MS Kane, Daru town.
What's in are you concerned as Lema they live on air?
My brother, my mama, they try to appreciate with noble servant who began at this country, where they serve the people of the country and the peace and development of this country. Mr. Lahai Lawrence Lema. And with the plea that they talk to the government that if you need peace in this country, then it only a lot of calls from different angles, different cities, women with citizens. And they call upon the coming back of Lema in the governance of Sierra Leone, led by the president, Dr. Retired Brigadier Julius Madabio. Would they talk to him for adhere to the call of the citizen, the well-meaningful citizen, for let them bring back Lahai Lawrence Lema, as he is the sole for anyone who is not mean well for this country, not only the main opposition. Anybody who not mean well for this country, where if we say it cause mayhem in this country, it cause unrest in this country. Now the so with our brother Lahai Lawrence Lema, and we ask on the president, let the government led by President Julius Madabio, for let them bring back Lahai Lawrence Lema in governance and for being at the security sector, because the security of this country is very paramount. And the well meaningful citizens, we the young wealth, we the young good for this country. And if there is any way for let investors, solar investors can at this country, with security sector for be well strong, and we will also send away them people that way they try for distract the investors that way they mean for Canada this country, because there is no way where a sober-minded investor they can in the country where there is instability in that country. So if we want to get peace and stability in this country, unity, cohesion, we need to bring back Mr. Lahai Lawrence Lema, former Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, back in governance and for being in the security sector. And if this government, a peace-loving government, then if not a listening government, therefore listen to the cry of the citizens of this country. Out of 100%, 89% they call on the coming back of Lahai Lawrence Lema into the governance. Once more, MS Kane from Daru, Kailan District.
All right, thank you so much. So, Lema, you don't see the beck and cry on, you fans then and citizens then. Waiting, you go get for tell them as we go wait for one last lucky caller, but you go to continue for answer the question, sir.
Well, like I said before, I appreciate the clear call, and I really feel say I don't serve them well. And for giving me the opportunity, whether even in service or not, I will always give my opinion for make sure say the people don't get peace in this country.
Yeah, caller, now you know the last lucky caller. Wait till you go get for say Lema the live on air.
I want to say may God bless Lema and may God bless you and President Bio for the job well done when they do in the country. I mean, they call from Tondai. Specifically, we want for the president to know say we need Lema back in governance. We need him because he's a leader. I know him very well. We don't meet up different sides during the campaign. As a Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, he always make everybody secured, love, and unite. So, one for say to the broadcasting radio, let us share this message so that President Bio will bring him back in service.
All right, thank you. Caller, last lucky caller, you name and who side they call from. Lema need for go.
Good morning. Good afternoon, good evening.
Yes.
Here, supposed to be, but like, I want to thank God for the program. But me, I want to contribute and tell Sierra Leoneans that the APC is terrible in our country. And if we not unite, for fight against the APC and resist APC in very strong terms, I don't know where ever get it. I always only say this. And me want to make this very clear. Whatever means for the father APC, they plant a seed of discord. This seed, it will be difficult for them to harvest. Even after 50 years, they get opportunity for coming to governor. Some of us will stand against the governor because we see say they're not good. We go resist them at every cost. For let them just prioritize their interest and forget about the ordinary masses. For let them just think say then are the only political party we get right over salon. It's unfortunate. It's really saddening that they go sit down and cook up terrible thing they are against the country. Disgracefully, they can't deny the action because they see ECOWAS and all other international bodies that don't condemn the process. So they can't make the ECOWAS, they can't like hide behind their fingers. But it is very visible that all the ones that involved are APC operatives, and we follow the trend of the comment them from Kemosi say from the press release before. We see everything APC done is say they gear towards violence, inciting the people, And like I say, waiting the security of Anes by Kroman get for do why they left them their post, which they did in McKinney, but they inside freedom and fight themselves and keep this not a thing, and that's why we think there's so much compromise. I think the government get for take this fight head on with the APC and let them know, say, no, enough is enough. They don't tolerate that too much of nonsense, you know. And another thing we're very good, we're happy is that a lot of people that will stupidly be they follow APC, the propaganda, say, oh, the international, today we see how everybody don't pledge for stuff with the government, or even deploy security against the enemy. So that is shame for the one that will be say, oh, they condemn, they not acknowledge mother's leadership. We see the African Union don't make a very clear, say they believe in the leadership and they believe in democracy, ECOWAS, Commonwealth, you know. Another thing we cook up, and this is what I expect the president first.
All right, caller, we get for let Lema go. It go get for Giwi in last rounding. Then we go continue the calls, please. Lema, as Sierra Leoneans they listen to you, and you get a wide calls and they come in back to back. Somebody else they call. Caller, you name and wait till you get for tell Lema, please.
Good afternoon, good day, good morning, whatever. Good day, Mama. Howdy, buddy.
Fine, thank you. Go straight to the point. Wait till you get for tell Lema as we get 1 minute for go.
First of all, I want to say thanks and appreciation to Mr. Lema for the great message and the great passion we still get for making sisters Sierra Leone go before. You know, now this we want. Now this kind of people that we want now power. We go say they get sorry heart for the country. Already you don't do the past work that we don't do, inshallah, let God Almighty Allah protect and guide them. And you back from since during the election, you try you level best to all the actual infrastructure.
All right. So Lema, tell with Salon Fambuden, waiting at your last statement now, sir.
Well, I want to tell you for Salon family and thank you because the sense of their own reaction don't show say they believe in democracy because not only in democracy your rights can get protection and that we get right for also express the way we feel about the government. So now make we all for believe in democracy. And I'm gladly that the people of Sierra Leone won't ever support the kind of action. Right? That alone, they've sent a very strong message to any potential individuals or interest group with their desire for repeat what happen in this country. Then we know say the citizens of Sierra Leone will resist them very toughly. And so once again, I want to say thank you to all Sierra Leoneans, and I encourage you all for let we continue to believe in democracy and support with security forces, both the military, the police, and the prison officers. And also encourage government and support government for provide the necessary resources for the security forces for let them for provide security for the democracy, the country, and we serve as citizens in this country.
All right, thank you so much, Lema. Fambuden, we tell una plenty thank you. That's na Lahai Lawrence Lema, when former Deputy Internal Affairs Minister. He just don't come talk to we full time. We get a 1 hour discussion with her. We've been start on a video call. Unfortunately, in computer go off, but I've been getting for caller on a Boss Revolution. We talked to about 40 minutes. And the call line drop, then he finally called me. So like I tell una plenty thank you. The answer where una be need the calls and what been they get so make I bring Lema on. It don't actualize. And I tell una plenty thank you. Do ya I want to let una go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. The reason why I decide for bring this on Facebook because somebody personally tell me say not do with that. Do ya me not sabi that system, you know, this old age into social media. So now that make a comeback on Facebook. But any of them, you know, very important thing that we get for the go na YouTube because we don't realize say Facebook don't they give away a lot of, you know, thing that way too much restrictions than they per we now. But if you go now with YouTube then restrictions a very kind of minimal. So but good thing they like if something they happen, like we say people then they fed. Then they hold this thing, then they pass, and so we go only able for stream on our YouTube because they're not going to tell we but community standards stay to a higher level. So do ya when I go subscribe to our YouTube channel, the link there on Lema in profile where I've been get for post, the post where I've been get for post that's how they get them. You know, before I come on this live broadcast here, I've been there. Somebody called me and not go disclose me into we you know communications, but he called me. He been very disappointed in himself, where he been get for say waiting at the thing the way President Bio don't do blah blah blah. He talk a whole lot. So now I been get for tell him waiting na me own concern and waiting at the right thing way I for tell him. Then finally he been get for say if una can listen small this I just want put out to now.
Those kind of investments we build on bring na the country.
So now the question this way ask, let answer again.
Okay, number one, which are the development we build don't bring for in first 100 days na the people them
So if you get for ask this question there, it go further when I listen again.
Question 2. Whose kind of development will you bring Sierra Leone in terms of road and fuel price and job facility and month pay people them allowance, and number 4, what about those kind of medical facilities like the hospital we build on develop now the country, and those kind of investments we build on bring now the country.
Okay, then shortly this morning around when we reach Naomi and to get that discussion around 7 o'clock. He first text me. He called me first hi around 6 a.m. I be in a working place. And when I reach 9, he called me around 7:11. So I've been there for, I ignore and I send me that message. Now I say yes, waiting. Because it tell me say you get questions the way one asks. Now I say okay, waiting. So when we into don't finally
in
talk now.
2018, I be don't left Salon, US. BOB promised the youth them of Sierra Leone say that they can't get job. Right? Where the job them we BO create for the youth them. Na Sierra Leone on 2018.
Okay. So now the questions then this way if they put down to me now, make self use the opportunity. I tailor them questions them to them and statements them to them. I say number 1. Currently, how long you come off Freetown? Now I say don't come off Freetown from the 2000s. Now 20-something years it don't there. Now I say fine. Who say you there? Now show me exactly in location at this US. Now ask them, when last you buy bread? From the time where you can at this country, now so you still they buy them, he say no. The gallon of milk, you they drink milk, he say yes. When how much you buy them last week until now, it show me the price. Now I say you they use motorcar, I say yes. The gas where you they put inside, how much you buy as of yesterday, now they say me say no. Now you they look at the global phenomenon, the global cycling, the global, trend, right? It say yes. So how you expect Salon for day like that? Then I'll go further and ask them. I said during an Chroma in 10 years, we add 1 more years plus 11 years, where Sierra Leoneans go attest to the peace na this country, now we country, it was relatively calm. Where Lema herself as former minister don't attest to that. It was relatively calm. During an Chroma in time, a lot of investors then they can because the people then get a chance for make it do it if for do. It gets the highest big diamond at the whole country, the whole world. Now what he do? He sell that diamond, he use the Ebola people the money, he do all things, he go build a big lounge now in house, right? A big city. He buy motorcar where he lay down inside. Where you go get for settle that? That money they wait for don't put now we country if I don't help. That house where he build if I don't help. Then he end up forget some senses now here. They talk say, oh na true they talk. And the opposition 9-1 for spoil this country. Now they know they spoil this country. I say, okay, let me come back. Now he asked me another question inside voice notes because I make sure letting they say voice note, let no text. Now he get for talk say, how about this particular thing, kush where they picking and they swallow. Now I tell and say, well, During Ernest by Chroma in time, Kush been the camp, but it not been this rampant. Now, make I tell you why this Kush share the rampant. Una the same opposition now, una they bring up for long una give bad name to this government. And at the same time, una the opposition, una not they serious na parliament. Una not they serious to una self. Because it is you that will put government on their toes to do what they are supposed to do for the citizenry. But if you are lackadaisical, sitting with arms chair like this, what do you expect those that are supposed to do the right thing and you are also sabotaging them? Now I say, now three they talk, and really the APC are bad people them. Now I say, hold it right there. This same APC, probably, plus or minus, then for don't they na power now, right? It say, yes, and now I say, okay, hold it right there. During the electioneering, waiting and do. They allow one megalomania where sit down somewhere, reprobates where sit down somewhere. They cost people their money then left and right. They use the Mende dynasty, they cost them left and right. Now, let's be realistic. Between you and I, you say you not to APC, not to SLPP. Well, for me, I SLPP 100%. And I go live and support and die for SLPP when I may die and my loyalty go different. I say, hold this right there. If you feel, say, you not to APC, you not to LCPP. If the APC been puts their eggs into a better basket, they not left and give my cause. Samura not been they can't talk say if they allow this person for Dana power, we go nyaka nyaka this country. He used that word. And as by Kroma not talk say na kangaroo court. And as by Kroma not talk say they not go do this. Then the people themselves then Dumbuya and distant. They not can they use bad word against the Mende dynasty. I said, trust me, maybe plus or minus, una for be don't see way. If una been put on a house and in order. But wait una been they do, una continue for fights, una been they fight, una be the cause drama, una be the cause drama. And now, you feel say you go eat your cake and have it again. The Mende dynasty now decide for galvanize themselves, come together, put their houses in order, rally around them family members, talk to them brothers and sisters, talk to them loved ones, them friends, them, and say, no, we not allow this to happen. For allow this to happen, now we go get this problem. Now then people go can the Jibril Bank, the likes of Jibril Bangura, Caps Kanu, them where they now all waiting in the rights, now batting them in the right, they not be the rights for this. That's make we also emanate for come and support this government. I say, so tell me for real, brother. You don't tell me, say, you not to SLPP, you not to APC, but tell me for real. What do you feel, say, the APC for be don't do? And I too, me not the listen, I say, well, me are the listener, because you enemy self, you not go avoid that. He begin talk. So he saw the need that I have already overpowered him, and whatever he was saying was nonsense. It makes no sense. So after I don't tell and that's now, end up for say, oh, na true way they talk, and Lord, we continue for love this country. I be don't buy me tickets for go, but I know we go again. I don't postpone until next January. I say, well, so be it. If you family they not been can cause this drama by now, oh, not only family, I say, okay, if the APC not been can cause this drama by now, you for don't say you they go na salon, right? Look what's in a non-cause. People that wait for being gets them married, the enjoyment, time like this na festive season, where money for the flow. We sisters then where Alice can hang out with Saint JC, then they were in high expectance. Business areas then where they sell, where they expect money for flow, dollar for coming, you know, then hotels, then motels, then they are all worried now. How they able for make a larger profits? I said, tell me. So he said, so what's in I want for say, the rationale for which I bring this, and what I've been the talk to her, because this is the studio phone and this is my personal phone. So I've been there on the phone line with me, Uncle me and the talk, and he was here ranting, and I used the opportunity to school him. So after I don't put on school, the school where Mother Bill make a go, I now come and attest the facts. But what here they try for say here, me brothers and sisters. If we get the opportunity for school them people here, we will know what thing that they do. Lord, we not take them into a fight. Lord, we not take them into abusive word. Lord, we calm down and tailor down every little thing where they don't do, how they do them, and waiting make say now we do so. So me question here is, the All People's Congress, are they still ready? No, they are not ready. We call for dialogue. That they show how President Bio is peaceful. Call for dialogue. President Bio accepts the facts through the international community. We all then sit on a table. Some of the things that when they ask for, Then talk say then once them people them from overseas for make them come back, which was fine. It was accepted. Then once for let them left the one the way they call the political prisoners then that was well probably it was going to be done before the Christmas. We all know President Bio, he's a a sweetheart man. If I don't use the opportunity, maybe during the New Year's free them, maybe if I don't free them all. But what till we see them do? The same people that when they talk say let them people then come. The likes of the name where I hear inside Queta then all decide for come. Now that made them they preach na social media say let we use Guinea cheaper, not knowing that they were orchestrating to pass the information to their friends or gangsters where they be done put together for go. Now this country we they people will say they left salon. If you love Sierra Leone, why would you support and contribute money for let them go poor salon, then raise money $118,000 plus where they on top. Capscano and others. But you know what? In physical morphology, we go find time where not only Lema this in program, where I go find time for can talk to Capscano and others. So the likes of Capscano and others, they all put their modalities in place. Of course, you not go able to go because if you go, you not able to reach, it go pass and by a road because of in health conditions or whatever it go. So it's so big that you not go able for even sit down inside plane for go further. But that is another day elsewhere where I go come and discuss. So looking at the facts, they allow them brothers, they now, they don't get the thought say, then they come. When I see what happen, then flood the country through Guinea. Then they inside. The next minute, when they get a glimpse, say President Bill don't travel or he don't go past something very important. When I know say he don't cheer in a chairman of a lot of committees then now the United Nations. So then can get their important meetings then when I in for go cheer and they don't need a co-chair, say now in for go cheer. So then get a glimpse of that where the gentleman don't come out of the country, then go cause that kind of thing. So is this the dialogue where the All People's Congress been once for let it happen? Then they talk say let them people then go to parliament. When they go, you they see any better debates where they put? No, we will not begin see that it's because we got a parliamentary reporter. We'll not begin see that. But rather that then they bring things where they expect them for bring budgetary where then they discuss. You they expect last year budget for be the same with this year budget or last season budget for be the same with this. But you know what? When people they not put their house in place, they're not able for sweep under them bed. Then they see stranger. So what thing they do now? The suits and the thing they way back, they push ambien with them back foot. Now that's the happen. But slow we continue for stay with the government of the Republic of Sierra Leone. President Biona, the hardest president, we don't receive the highest backlash in presidency. And I want to assure you, if this man, not to be a soldier man, not to be in type, where then are this government, where then are this power, time like this, trust me, brothers and sisters, we would have been staying something else. From the time where Paulo Conte been going to that place, from August 10, and of course this last one. But when somebody gets blessing, when somebody God on destiny and say, this is your time, nobody can take you off from it. Now in help this man. So now we continue for the vigilance, like where Lahai Lawrence Lema. Call her, hold on. Like where Lahai Lawrence Lema don't talk and say, Lord, be vigilant. Talk so we fumble them, the village communities, as I used to be. Any different person where we see Salona is a small country, we all know we say basically in a community. I know me surrounding. If I see 10 people then come now, those 10 individuals I know say they are strangers. They are strange individuals. So now we alert the security officers and the phone numbers. Then they now the Ministry of Information then hotline. For now we call so that then go apprehend them people them back. I tell you, plenty thank you. Caller, you name and waiting at your contribution, sir.
Yeah, so just round up, I call you Chief Commissioner Van there. I want to tell you thank you, Lizzie, again for hosting one of the finest Sierra Leoneans where everybody they cry for at this time. Everybody they see the absence and the gap. Somebody where now a true Democrat, a true patriot, somebody where we don't see. Say he ready for give up everything for sales alone. Lizzie, honestly speaking, like they say, the APC they use two-way approach for really target. We know from the onset. You remember that it was in the presence of Socio-economic London when APC executive members say when they will get rid of Maravi on the first time. So it has always been deployed that the only way APC thinks they will come to governor is through coup for unseat the Marabi government through the barrel. But this is not surprising that APC action is very much on the sky. And that the security they underrate the statement and where them the operating that they make on social media and other serious concern. Because if somebody they repeatedly they tell you say will they do this, as you know, security personnel when for already ahead. Every single word, not for drop na ground, unchecked. Every utterance coming from any angle, as long as it gets to do with the security of the land, enough will be downplayed, enough will be undermined, enough for underestimated. And that is why, I think say the government for take head on and make sure say whoever the investigation lead to will be brought to justice. And the other thing, how comes these guys retreating with security not able set in because Freetown na one corridor, na one middle. Now one say no more for luck. That guy enough for not get out of Freetown for not apprehended. I think the important thing is by now the one easiest way for do is for able to know whether not the pro and the anti because the guns and the weapons and the uniforms are all out there now. It's difficult for them to really know who is this. Let we allow like how ECOWAS on pledge. Let we get the foreign trip for takeover and let we check. Let we call for proper screening of the military for prevent any security on our mind. Let we allow ECOWAS of bringing and let we do a sort of combine, let we weed out these bad people. And, let there be no compromise. If it's an escromatic investigation lead them to be arrested, there should be no hesitation. Nobody's above, the laws. The people's life matter, and one individual not will continue for jeopardize the well-being of the country. So I thank you very much. I know we will talk more on this, but I think say, Sierra Leone need to cooperate, expose these people wherever they are, because the moment you compromise your security. The more you cover them, you cover your safety. You expose yourself to danger because at the end of the day, these people very determined for say they achieve. Now they will say whatever happened, they at risk. So they determine for make sure say they achieve the motive. We only fortunate that Sierra Leoneans don't wake up to the reality and not ready for compromise. So with that, I want to say bravo and thank you.
All right, thank you so much, brothers and sisters. So we tell una plenty thank you. This is Unity Broadcasting. Una continue for stay with we. The only thing where una can make are the share tears. Una see, una cry say una wants Lahai Lawrence Lema. I bring Lahai Lawrence Lema. Now money I use calling on boss revolution from yard to salon. Una know how many minutes, how many units are born. So sometimes when we do live, we get the opportunity for guest star, whatever little, minimal, small, tiny, penny, little, we go take them. Una no say, una they bring can cogent information, the one way people they not able to bring can to una. At the time where una need and now they hit on for una, right? But now money involved. Look, now working place, I just come out. Now I sit down so. I know able sleep it and I get for go walk back. But for the love of Mama Salon, I they get 20 calls for this phone. Elizabeth, how you go able to bring can Lawrence Lema? Especially when they say na AYV today, tell like say me I don't down. So the calls are so much coming and I have listened to your calls. But if I've listened to your call, Madingo man say Barakasi, whatever it is. So now hand go, hand come. Una explain that well for me, but I feel saying that I mean barakasa, something like that. So now hand they go, hand they can. So whatever little what we did on air, una they do it, It's fine. Una we no one for put una information on Facebook, where una one for Zelle. Do ya? You can call the phone line and $10, $15, $20 you can send them. At the same time, now we can we they also do giveaway. This Christmas where they can, we want for do a giveaway to a household. At least 1 bag of rice now we they do as a giveaway and a gallon of palm oil. 5 gallons of palm oil and a 1 bag rice. But how you go get that? You get to go subscribe to YouTube channel and share with live broadcast. The contest go officially open on December 1. December 1 because now this 15th I dey give that bag of rice and a gallon of palm oil, 5 gallons of palm oil and a bag of rice to a family member may they enjoy the Christmas on Unity Broadcasting. But how you go able to win? Number 1, share every of we live broadcast where we they come live on air. And at the same time, where we did live on air, make sure say you come watch we through YouTube channel if are they on the studio. But if then they out there, you for share we live broadcast to many of the social media groups. Each time we can live, if you're able to share 50 times, that 50 times they show under your name. And at the end of the day, from the 10th, from the 1st to the 10th, then I go begin the collate them. By the 12th, I go show una the winner. The 15th, I go give the giveaway. So I tell una plenty thank you. We know they under government support. I they repeat this again because now one part of the accusations, then that way the gentleman will call me this morning that I'm under government support. Now that make they talk me much free. So I am not, it's just a passion. I have just a passion for this government and I only have a passion for what they do. So, and I they spend all this money, not because governments they give me, but I they spend them because I love doing what I'm doing. And I wish we all go join hands together for support each other. Lord, we stay connected. This is Unity Broadcasting. His Excellency Julius Madabio. He don't do so much for the country, and I want to let everybody continue for hail him. Because we continue for crying down. It's like you born picking, they encourage them. We not say it don't go under a lot of trying times. And because in a military background, man, now that make you able to stand this test of time. But the one that we feel say, now then gets along and now the number for day ahead of we natural resources na salon. Well, it left for them babuya. And they even wish them for being in an position for the next 20 years. Trust me. Because there is no way una gets me plus or minus. There is no way with this kind of lifestyle, this kind of threats, where President Bio go look and give them power, except if they win genuinely. But if they not win genuinely, no international community no can talk say una need power change. I believe say His Excellency go stand firm and as he don't begin name the names of people then will be they tell and say let it give up power or let it tell the Electoral Commission and let it call name. We go see what thing that go happen. I love you, but the love of Salon ain't greatly surpassed. Una continue for stay with we and una go and subscribe to we YouTube channel, please. See, very handsome. Sometimes I can even use the word beautiful. He's so handsome that in handsomeness, I'm not able to tell how God make him. See that lip day. Fatima Biomi, I don't jealousy small. I jealousy small. But anyway, when I continue for stay with Unity Broadcasting, I love you all, but the love of Salon ain't surpasses. So till we meet again. Elizabeth Kefwe Fabe Nil Gembe na mi name. Una thank you and bye for now.